What is up, guys? It is the Alchemist of Sound, and I'm sitting here right next to
Gershwin,
the one of Gersh, and welcome to another epic Q&A entitled "For the Greater."
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of every question because we get those questions first. That is what Marcel Goussard did. He asks, we haven't heard from Marcel Goussard in a while. Could the Emperor beat Doctor Strange?
Actually, we've never heard Marcel Goussard. We
That's
always
true.
read.
We always read about him. The Emperor could destroy Doctor Strange in a heartbeat.
Nah, the other way around, boy.
No, Doctor Strange can't beat the Emperor. The Emperor is a god killed or constructed out of the death of 100 shaman. He's basically eternal.
Doctor Strange, if we're going by the cinematic universe, he's been trained by the Ancient One, and well, not now, but he used to be in a possession of a stone, an Infinity Stone. I think that'll give the Emperor a run for his money. Now, if we're talking about comic book Doctor Strange, hands down, he could take him.
No.
Yes.
Why?
All he's gotta do is just like put him in a different dimension, and that's it. Like, you've got him trapped.
That's cheating.
Like, there's so many ways he could beat the Emperor. No, that's just one of them.
But the Emperor is a beast. He's a psychic beast. I think, like, as soon as Doctor Strange touches down... Well, actually, the reality is that I think that they would be friends. They would kind of work together to fight chaos. But, like, if Doctor Strange can be beat out by Thanos, then...
Well, that's because he's been crippled in the cinematic universe. Obviously, the cinematic universe is very, very watered down compared to the comics. So, yeah, like I said, if we're talking about cinematic universe... I will give it to the Emperor by a slight margin, but comic book Doctor Strange just blows him out of the water.
Alright. Comment down below. Let us know what you think. Next question comes from Shamiro117. Is it possible to breed a Space Marine with a Sister of Battle? No, Space Marines don't have sperm.
Damn. I mean, yay. I mean, damn.
Next question.
This one's by Kappa Kiev. What are the Primarchs' signature wrestling moves? The power top and the power bottom for Fulgrim. The 5-star frog splash for Alfarius.
Okay. I would see more like Corvus Corax because he's all about flying.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was Eddie Guerrero's signature move?
I don't remember. I just know that he would lie, cheat, and steal. So...
Who lies, cheats, and steals?
I don't know.
What's his name? The dude with the Criminal Legion?
No, he didn't like the Criminal Legion, though. You're talking about Corvus Corax. He saw the future, and he was, like, plagued by visions of, like, death and destruction.
What's not Corvus Corax? The Night Hunter?
Conrad Kurz.
Yeah.
Conrad Kurz.
Yeah.
The Night Hunter.
Yeah. Next question.
This one's by Shamiro. Is there a popular game in the 40K universe? Checkers?
Mm-hmm.
Bakuman?
Yeah, things like that.
Blood Bowl?
Next question comes from Ian Lowry. What are the names of the new chapters of the Ultima founding and who they draw their gene seed from? The Ultramarines. Well, no. So the Ultima founding, it really depends on what chapter it is, but they all come from like the first founding chapters, Loyalist chapters, or Loyalist Primarchs. And there's a bunch of them. And it's specifically ambiguous so that you can create your own. Yeah. Next question.
Carl Steele. Hi again, guys. I didn't miss your comment last time I asked the question, so my new question is, why do you two hate the Iron Warriors so much?
I don't hate the Iron Warriors.
They're actually what I used to use my Chaos Space Marines as, because I really loved their artifact, the Flesh Metal Exoskeleton. So for a long time, that was like the blanket of Chaos that I would use my Chaos faction as. I don't like Perturabo so much, but the Iron Warriors as a whole, they're pretty cool.
And I think that's his role. That's because Perturabo is based off of Hephaestus from Greek and Roman mythology. He's supposed to be like the guy that everybody shits on, which is why he turned traitor, because he felt like the Emperor was giving his legion the shit jobs.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, you want us to dig trenches? Nah, I'm joining Chaos.
Yeah. Next question comes from Shamiro117. In another video, you guys mentioned that One Mind Syndicate was founded by 3. Who is your lost Primarch? I mean founder.
That's ambiguous for you guys to decide.
Yeah, it's for you guys to create a character that would sit like right behind us and just play. No, but you could find him if you dig deep enough in our videos. He's around. I've talked to him a couple times. We tried playing D&D with him. He's a weird guy. Next question.
Dai Guran. I know Space Marines aren't meant to be assassins or necessarily stealthy, aside from the Raven Guard and Alpha Legion. But is there a way for a chapter to mimic the School of the Viper from the Witcher series? Like maybe giving Primaris Reavers dual combat knives with poison, and also using Hellfire rounds more often throughout the chapter. I mean,
play the Mantis Warriors. That's what they are.
I never understood how a Space Marine can be stealthy. I mean, it's like a 10-foot tall guy wearing super heavy armor. Like in D&D, you have like Goliaths wearing like chainmail. That's gonna make noise.
I like to think of that one movie with the Jolly Green Giant. No, that's a product, right?
Mascot.
No, what's the one that came out like a couple years ago with like a giant who's being sneaky and he's like running through?
Oh,
like...
Shrek.
No, it's not Shrek. I forget what it's called, but Steven Spielberg directed it, or like put his name on it. But he's a giant, and what he does is he like covers lights, and like when he runs in ways where like it seems that the wind is blowing. So, yeah, it's a cool movie. I liked it, but that's what I see when I think of like Space Marines being sneaky. Like I feel like
just like a big ass dude just covering the light.
Yeah,
it's like I still see you right there.
No, because like you're in a bunker. Of course it's gonna be dark.
But you could see like you don't like just by covering the light. You're not like pitch black.
Have you ever been outside when the sun is like super bright and then you come inside and it's still like?
I come inside all the time.
And like you can't see. That's the type of situation that it would be. Next question.
This one's by Syndicate Crypto. Are there any forces that worship 2 or maybe even 3 of the Chaos Gods, but not all 4? For example, a Zeech Slanesh Chaos Marine, a Khorne Nurgle Cultist.
That's for you to make up.
Generally, no, because usually if the Chaos God's giving you some of their power, they don't want to give you all of it. I'm trying to hold in that Bart McGirt.
What'd you have for breakfast?
I had coffee and some mozzarella sticks.
That would make stuff happen in your stomach.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need right now too.
Yeah, but just make up that chapter. You can. I believe in you.
Or you've got that demon. What's his name?
Be'lakor,
who's got all 4 of them empowering him, but he did it, sneakily.
Next question comes from the average white guy.
Oh,
we have one of those. Is there any way to rid orcs of planets besides Exterminatus, like a virus or something? Thank you guys. Love the content. Nope. That's specifically like that's their whole thing. That's the orcs thing. Like you can never truly get rid of an orc infestation. Like at some point they're gonna creep out of like an area on your planet that you don't normally go to. In Armageddon, it's the equatorial jungles, but I've heard of like the tundras of like other planets, stuff like that.
Caves.
You
might have some growing like underneath your toilet seat.
Yeah. Oh, we have some of those.
Daniel Hogan. Do you guys play video games? And what bit of Warhammer lore would you like to see made into a game? As in nowadays, not the Warhammer games that have already been made.
I do not play video games.
I do from time to time, not as much as I used to, but yeah. I really want to see like because usually the lore of Warhammer is either put into codices or made into books, like the Black Library stuff. But it'd be pretty interesting to go through like the history of like the War in Heaven through a video game.
Yeah.
Maybe getting like a notable Necron Tears perspective or something like that.
I've always wanted a game that plays. It's a combination of like a what is it called? Civilization, but when you go to battle, it takes you into a first-person shooter, and you're actually also have the ability to like construct cities and like specifically like hive cities and like create fortification planets, all that kind of stuff. So like 3 genres of video games into one in the Warhammer 40K universe. That would be badass.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Make that into VR.
Yeah. And then never leave. Next question comes from Damian Hernandez. The Dark Eldar are not really considered a real threat due to their small numbers. Could they be a bigger threat if they gathered slave armies to fight alongside them? Very much like the Tau have allies. I still don't think that the Dark Eldar have that motivation. I don't think the Dark Eldar would want to do large-scale battles because their whole thing is like hit and runs. Right?
Yeah. Gameplay-wise, Eldar are only toughness 3, so they're not gonna last very long.
Yeah. Well, that's why they would probably bring in the, what is it called? The Rack Goal. That'd be kind of cool. Next question. I have a question from Faking-It66. Can Necrons be hacked and controlled if the lower ranks are basically AI? This should be possible. Or does the fact that they run on their souls means that they cannot be hacked? They can be hacked. Orks have done it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's like conversions of that, yeah. Orks can hack anything. They can ride on a Tyranid, ride on a human, anything.
Yeah, but then it also, the warp plays into that technology though.
Isn't the Enslaver Plague, was that against the Necrons?
No, it was against the Eldar. It was basically against all the new races that the old ones created, which were the Eldar, the Necrons.
There was a plague that infected the ones that wear the skin on them. The Necrons that wear the flayers. I think it was like the Flayer virus.
Yeah. But yeah. And those are the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. We have a Patreon. You can support us on Patreon. We have an Instagram. You can support us on Instagram. You have a Facebook. You can support us on Facebook. Or you can just send us your social security number, photo ID.
Whoa. Your maiden name.
Yeah. This was Kershaw.
Sound Alchemist.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.